though, with a showdown to reach the AFC Championship game. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, a combined 3 MVPs between them. If Josh Allen, the betting favorite, buttons it up this season. We got Lamar, though, out of the gates. Ravens draw first blood. Rashad Bateman, who has a touchdown in 3 straight games, 4 grabs, 66 yards. Someone had to step up. Remember, there's no Zay Flowers in this game for Baltimore. He's out with a knee injury. Josh Allen, his knees looking just fine. 4th and 2. It's snowy. It's windy. We're going to go ahead and go for it. We're in the red zone because of Josh Allen. Only 273 yards of total offense, but $147 coming on the ground for Buffalo. That's Ray Davis. Ray ain't coming home. Second quarter, Ravens 2nd and 10 from the Bills 28. Bobbled snap, Damar Hamlin with a sack and a scoop for Von Miller. Lamar put it on the ground. His first game this season with multiple turnovers. Also had an interception in the first quarter, sort of a busted play, miscomm with Bateman. And then Josh Allen going to make it hurt. He's in 11 total touchdowns, 0 interceptions in his last 4 playoff games. Bills are up 14-7. Looking for Keon Coleman on 3rd and 5.
Oh, handsy.
And yeah, we got a flag late. It's actually former Bills All-Pro cornerback Tre'Davious White. Listen, Baltimore penalized 5 times for 43 yards. Buffalo only penalized once. Josh Allen, 10 carries, 20 yards, 2 rushing scores, has 8 of them in his last 7. Buffalo's up 11 at the break, Gary.
Dude is a moose, and that's a bad spot for the Ravens to be because they were down 5 times at the break during the regular season. They came back to win 2 of those. Derrick Henry doing his part. He toted the pill 16 times, 84 yards, that score. So the Ravens going for 2 to tie it up. Oh, tip drill. Jackson's pass tipped, incomplete. So the Ravens trailed 21-19 entering the 4th at 2nd 11. They got the rock from their own 40. Jackson with time. Mark Andrews, the sure-handed one, has it. Oh, ball. Buffalo recovers for Andrews. Get this. He has been in the NFL since 2018. That is just his 2nd career lost fumble. Over 400 catches. Josh Allen have touchdown rushes of 1 yard and 4 yards. He gets no yards there. They settle for a field goal. It's 27-19. So still just a 1-score game. 2 minutes to go for Jackson. Lamar, this man can get traction and socks on a bowling lane. How does he stay upright and stay so nimble? He finds Tylan Wallace. 416 yards of total offense for the Ravens. 2 minutes to go. 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Time, eluding. Who's he going to find? Isaiah Likely. 18 of 25 through the air for Jackson. So the Ravens need a 2-point conversion to get this thing all squared. Jackson rolling, finding, seeing. Mark Andrews had it. But then he doesn't. Look at the replay here. It hit him. There's no better spot the ball can hit him. Drops it. So the Ravens down 27-25, still though with a chance to recover the onside kick and maybe breathe a chance of life instead. Rasul Douglas falls on it. The Bills, the 1-point underdog at home, get the win. Here's Lamar after the loss.
Like I've been saying all season, every time we're in situations like this, turnovers play a factor. Penalties play a factor. Tonight, the turnovers, we can't have that shit, you know? That's why we lost the game, because as you can see, we're moving the ball wonderfully. Is hold on to the ball.
Yeah. Louis Riddick joining us from New York City. Louis, short and simple, should the Ravens have won this game?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the way in which they played the game, in terms of the way in which they were able to do what they wanted to do, both offensively and defensively, yeah. But they shouldn't have won the game because the thing that we know since the beginning of the time when we're talking about football that is a critical determining factor in terms of wins and losses was not something that they were able to master, which was taking care of the football, number one, and then executing, especially when you get down inside the red zone in critical moments. And they just weren't able to get that done, especially with the last play of the game with the drop to Mark Andrews on the 2-point conversion. I mean, the statistics are all there for you to see. I mean, they're objective. You can just sit there and look at them. You can see how they dominated this football game and were able to move the ball at will, how the defense tightened up in the second half and were able to get some stops and allow this offense to get in gear and get back in this football game. But credit Buffalo for making those 3 to 4 critical plays when they needed to that will ultimately sway the game in your favor or not in your favor. And that is namely, one, forcing turnovers, punching the ball out, being great in the red zone, capitalizing in terms of getting touchdowns off of turnovers, like what happened after Lamar's fumble and Vaughn picks it up, scoops it up, and almost runs it in for a score, and then they convert that into a touchdown. Those are the things that lead to you winning games, especially in the playoffs, and Baltimore just simply didn't do that. And that's going to be something that's going to sit with them for a long time. This is a brutal, brutal loss for Baltimore, a brutal loss, because they were the better football team.
All right, well, Allen in Buffalo get that win. They head on to KC, where ESPN projections, Lewis, giving them a 55% chance to win the AFC Championship. Thank you, Storm.
It's a whole other thing to be the Storm. Arjun Menon on the ghost right. Saquon Barkley and these Eagles. Starting to stick. Jalen Hurts was getting hit, man. He was sacked 7 times, and the way this left knee buckled, you were holding your breath down there in Philly. I mean, he went down hard in a big way, would have to leave for a little bit. Eagles would kick a field goal. 16-13, the lead was there. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hurts getting back into a tough spot. Safety, 7 sacks to the tune of 63 yards, and that safety is what LA's defense was able to get to him. Rams cut the deficit 16-15. Kyron Williams gets the ball. Ball. It's on the ground. Battling the elements was a thing as well. Isaiah Rodgers recovers, gets to the sideline, 40 yards, and Randy, it's cause for celebration.
Yeah, some snow angels. Why not? All right, Matthew Stafford, though, trying to be the angel and the savior and the whole thing for the Rams on 3rd and 10, but he's going to put it on the ground. Eagles will cover that. So the Birds defense coming up with 2 huge turnovers, back-to-back possessions. They kick a field goal. They're up 7. And here goes Saquon Barkley. Remember, he had 255 against the Rams in November. So Los Angeles held him to 205 yards yesterday. Only he and Eric Dickerson ever had a 200-yard game in the regular season and in the postseason. He's the second player with multiple 60-yard rushing touchdowns in a playoff game. Elmer Angsman in 1947 the other. Listen, Matthew Stafford would have been a star in 1947. He'd find Colby Parkinson, and the Rams are down just 6. Hurts, handoff to Barkley. No, it's a fake, and then he goes down. Sacked by Kobe Turner. You mentioned the 7 sacks there for the Rams defense. So here goes Matthew Stafford. And here comes Jalen Carter, just abusing a rookie center and getting home on his fellow Georgia product. And then Stafford on 4th down, got to have it to Puka Nacua. Had to throw it early because of the pressure, and it goes begging. And the Eagles can finally exhale. 9th straight win at home. They're through to the NFC Championship game for the 9th time. Damian Woody is with us. Damian, listen, this Eagles passing game continues to struggle. Sure helps when you have Saquon Barkley in the backfield, but to what extent now can Barkley continue to carry this team to wins?
He can. When you got that offensive line like the Philadelphia Eagles have, and obviously we know the talent of Saquon Barkley and the way they play defense, this is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles' recipe for trying to win a championship this year. And Saquon Barkley is just such a special talent. We just see it. He's like a battering ram. Boom, boom. 5 yards, 6 yards, 7 yards. Then all of a sudden he rips off 65 yards. So they are intentional in how they want to go about their business. And this style and this formula can absolutely get them to a Super Bowl.
On the other sideline here in this NFC Championship game, here comes Jayden Daniels, almost